areas in the northeast, in the central part of Madhya Pradesh, in Bihar were not connected. And with the result, those people had to suffer. Their produce used not be able to reach the markets on time and used to get spoiled. So the Udan scheme has been a game changer. You see, this Udan scheme, when it came into inception, the whole idea was that first, Government of India had told the big players in the market that you have to go to the secondary cities. It was not viable for them. The big planes and some of the airports were not capable of handling those planes. So government started the Udan scheme, which was basically a minority gap funding scheme. For example, the direct operating cost between point A to point B is 10,000 rupees, but the fare they are charging is 8,000 rupees or 5,000 rupees. So whatever the differences the government was giving, and the condition that they operate that route on a regular basis. So altogether, government has given about 1,100 operational licenses, out of which 50%, about 550 to 560 routes are already operational. And in all the remote areas, the economy has changed. For example, in the airports, you see, you need security people, local people get jobs, you need air traffic controllers, you need radars, you need porters. And to connect the airport to the hotel or to the city, you need transport services. Right. So a lot of new jobs are created.
Initially, the Udan scheme was launched with a carrier vision to connect Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. Now the government has decided to continue it beyond April 2027, and it will focus on connecting hilly, northeastern and aspirational regions. And the network will be extended to 120 new destinations. So how do you see this extension and why is it needed?
Today, India has become the fastest growing economy. And there are a lot of other factors. The road connectivity has improved. 35 kilometers of road being created every day. 16 to 17 kilometers of railroads are big. And similarly, then it has to be extended to other remote areas. And there's a demand from members of parliament, from chief ministers of the United States, that their remote areas also need to be connected. So as a result, our government is only fulfilling the demand of the people so that they also benefit and jobs are also created in those areas.